Good morning and welcome to today's Talking Cafe Live. So I will give it a couple of moments to allow people to join me live. Do hop online and drop me a comment even, to let me know that you're watching. Apparently there is one person watching. So we'll give it a couple more minutes. What a glorious day to be sat inside. So, morning Lauren, morning Chrissy, and morning to everybody that's watching. I can see that more people are hopping on live. So that's great that you can hear and see me clearly. You can all share this video if you would like on your pages, if you have some friends that you would like to notify about this. And it's time for us to make a start. So welcome to all those joining live for the first time, those that have seen all of the Talking Cafes live thus far. This is our 7th one, I believe. My head is a little bit tilted. Oh, there we go. I'll try and keep my head straight. It's so bizarre looking at yourself. It's the other way. Here we go. Yeah, this is our 7th Talking Cafe Live, and these are designed to give you some information, tell you a little bit about what it is that the Community Council for Somerset does, who we are as agents, and how we can help you. So the Community Council for Somerset is a leading local charity that works right at the heart of Somerset's communities to inspire and enable positive change. We are a wide network of passionate local experts, and there are around 50 of us agents, and we also have a number of other diverse projects, consultancy and funding that we can support members of the community with. Helping individuals to improve their life, building community capacity, and support emerging and existing enterprises all across the county, enabling Somerset to thrive. So the Community Council for Somerset is better known as CCS. It's shorter and easier, much more snappier. So we are here to motivate and support people to take action, giving them the information that they need, the support, skills and resources to enable them to make those changes and to shape their future together with confidence, knowing that they're not on their own. We have been in existence for over 90 years. I know, looking good. We work right at the heart of the communities all across Somerset, and we have teams of local experts that are known as agents, and we have a variety of different agents. We have village agents, so I am a village agent based in the Taunton area, and village agents support individuals around a variety of different support needs. It could be things to do with housing, it could be things to do with benefits, family dynamics, domestic abuse, it could be mental health, you name it. We can support people through a whole range of different issues. Myself and the village agents in the Taunton team are linked up with the doctor surgeries, so we get a lot of referrals from doctors that they have patients that need a little bit of additional support beyond medication, and that's where village agents come in. You can also make a referral yourself for somebody who might need some support, as long as they have given you permission to do so. You can also refer yourself, and you can do that via our website, which is CCS, Charlie Charlie Sierra, Love Somerset. And along the top of the screen, there are 3 little boxes, and there's a yellow box in the right-hand corner of the screen. And if you click on that, you can request a call back. I'll put my teeth in later. And you can also find your local agent. There is a box next to the yellow box that says find your agent. So I am sure that somebody is going to share the link for the website in the comments box, one of my supportive and talented colleagues. So as well as village agents, we also have community agents. So community agents are focused more on supporting individuals with mental health complexities or needs, and they sit in on peer forums and work closely with adult social care. So there are 2 community agents in the Taunton team and a number of village agents as well. In addition to that, we have Home First agents. So those agents support people that are in hospital patients that are leaving hospital and need some support in the transition from moving from a hospital environment back home, which could mean getting help, getting a carer in place, ensuring that their home is going to support all of their needs, interacting with their family, and so forth. I'm going to have a little sip of my water. Excuse me a second. We also have something called carers agents. So carers agents are there to support carers. As many of us know, there are hundreds and even thousands, really hundreds of thousands of unpaid carers across the county and across the country that support somebody that they live with, or a family member, or even a close friend. And those people also need support. So our carers agents support the carers. We have a Macmillan agent as well, who is specifically in place to support clients that have cancer and need support on their cancer journey. So that is a little bit about the agents. And it's wonderful to see so many people joining live. Thank you for the links. Talking Cafe page and Brigitte, wonderful. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what talking cafes are pre-lockdown. So talking cafes are a space for individuals to come and seek some support from an agent. So there are 3 that are run in the Taunton area, and there's a whopping 21 across the county. And these are places to come, grab yourself a drink, a water, a cup of tea. It's on us, on CCS, and you can get some support right there in the moment. And there are also a lot of partner agencies that come along to the talking cafes that you can talk with, from support around finance through to housing, energy, mental health, you name it. Depends on the cafe and the day and what the theme is that week. So the real benefit of the Talking Cafes is that people get an opportunity to meet with us face to face and have that human interaction, and it also builds capacity. It enables us to see many more people than we would be able to if we were visiting people one-to-one in their homes, which of course we do as well, and enables us to really build a tighter relationship when we meet people in their own homes and hear a little bit about their story and what is happening with them. So today I am going to talk a little bit about mindfulness and how you can integrate some mindfulness into your day and your week. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about walking. So May is National Walking Month, so we have 1 week left to get in there and to take advantage of National Walking Month, and the weather certainly is here for that. So last week was Mental Health Week, so I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the support that is available for people that are struggling at the moment, and it's quite linked with mindfulness. So for all of us, this is a particularly strange time, and most people are feeling a little bit out of their comfort zone. Their whole routines are kind of thrown up in the air. So there is support out there. And in Somerset, we have the amazing Mind Line that is available 24/7, 7 days a week. And so that is able to be contacted on 01823 276 892. And there is also something that people can do if they are in crisis, and some people might not have phone credit. So you can text from your mobile the word shout, SHOUT, in capital letters to 85258. So that's a crisis text line. And you will be contacted by a specialist crisis worker. There's also the Samaritans, which is an amazing service, which I'm sure everyone has heard of, and they are available to call free on 116 123. So thank you for putting that in the comments as well. And there is also a specialist service for men. Sometimes it isn't easy for men to reach out and get some support. So there is a specialist service, and it's called Calm. And that is available on 0800 58 58 58, and the lines are open from 5 p.m. to midnight. There is also some support for older people from Age UK, AGE UK, and Dementia Friends. So again, if someone could pop those in the comments, that would be great. So now feels a perfect time to move on to talk a little bit about mindfulness. And I'm going to slow down and just have another sip of my water. So can anyone tell me what mindfulness is in the comments? I will, of course, share with you, but I wanted to see who knows. So Carolyn has said, can you explain what mindfulness is, what it means and how you can use it? Yes, I can. And I can get rid of that post-it note. Mindfulness is all about bringing presence to our state of being. So bringing us into the moment and bringing us into the body. Bringing awareness to our senses. So what are we seeing, what are we hearing, smelling, and what are we touching as well? What are we tasting? So mindfulness is actually more about being in the body than being in the mind. I always find it a bit bizarre because it's called mindfulness and it's not really about the mind, it's about the body. So mindfulness is really great for helping us to calm down, to slow down, to ease anxiety, stress, and to manage our mental and physical state. So I'll share a little bit about how I use mindfulness. And Hazel has said being in the moment, that is exactly right. And in the moment, if we can be in the moment, it is a place for us to feel safe, secure, calm, and at ease. So there is a wonderful gentleman called Eckhart Tolle, who is an author and a speaker and a YouTube phenomenon. You may have heard of him. He has authored a book called The Power of Now, and he talks very much about the power of being in the moment, this infinite moment of now. And I find him wonderful. He's absolutely hilarious, deadpan, German guy, I believe, if I've got his accent right. But yeah, check him out. So mindfulness for me starts first thing when I wake up in the morning, and it's all about getting out of this place which is a sea of thoughts. My mind can be quite busy, and bringing myself into my body. So that starts with being present in the bed, feeling the weight of my body on the bed, and feeling the breath as it comes into my body. So I'm going to invite all of you to join me now, and just take a hand, whichever hand, and place the hand on your tummy, and feel as your tummy moves in and out as you breathe, and bring some awareness to that, where you bring a little bit of focus. Maybe you inhale slightly longer than you normally would, and then you exhale slightly longer than you normally would. And if you can let me know how it feels, if that's something that you've done before, or if that's something completely new to you. Another way to bring presence and mindfulness, especially on waking up, and getting back into the body, I find, is about tapping my body. So obviously you can't see all of me, I'm going to move slightly. But, tapping down the edges of the body. So easy, really easy to do when you're in bed. You can just tap down the edges of your body, down your legs, and bring awareness to how it feels. What does it feel like on the outside of your skin? What does it feel like on the inside of your skin? So I am just going to take a little breather there myself, and have a little look at the comments. So Emma has said, having self-compassion and kindness with no judgment to oneself. That is wonderful, and it's so true. And can help us to feel calm if we can be compassionate to ourselves. Kirsten has said that she met a village agent previously who introduced her to Talking Cafe and wasn't able to attend. However, she has been a couple of times since her health and fitness is better, which is wonderful. And Mel has said that mindfulness is the psychological put my teeth in, the psychological process of purposefully bringing one's attention to experiences occurring in the present moment. Exactly, Mel. And thank you, Lauren, for the Eckhart Tolle links. And Brigitte said, finding time to relax. Yeah, okay, so that is a little bit about mindfulness and some techniques. Another way that you can use mindfulness is through using the senses. So simply in the moment now, looking around, what can you see? Almost doing a little inventory of what's around you, looking for new things perhaps that you haven't seen. Hearing, this is something in today's modern world, we have a lot of focus on the visual and less focus on the auditory and the feeling body. Yeah, so feeling with our skin, how we feel inside. And hearing, there is different levels of hearing where we can hear close up, and there's also what we can hear on the periphery. You know, what can you hear just tiny bit of? Maybe it's a bumblebee buzzing in your garden. You may have your windows open as I do. Might be the buzz of a train or a helicopter. So I'm going to move on and talk a little bit about walking, as it is National Walking Month. So I'm going to introduce you to a concept that I use, and that is intuitive walking. So for a lot of people, they plan where they're going to go, they perhaps walk to the same places. And intuitive walking is all about following your nose and going wherever the moment takes you. So walking to different places, and again bringing mindfulness to a walk. What is it that you're seeing? What is it that you're smelling? Take some time to stop and smell the roses. What are you hearing? And I'm going to make a couple of invitations to you for your walks. So first of all, I'm going to invite you to slow down. And I'd love for people to know, but not to know, but I'd love for people to comment in the comments box why I might suggest slowing down for walking. So the reason why I have suggested about slowing down for walking is because when we walk fast, we often will disturb wildlife, and so we'll see less. So you may have heard when you've been walking, suddenly the caws of crows or pigeons flying from trees and, you know, birds scattering. If we walk slower and with more presence, we're more likely to see more things. So taking time to enjoy the environment, as Brigitte is saying, exactly that. So I went on a little walk yesterday morning, and I chose to walk somewhere different, slightly different to where I normally walk, up the road instead of down the road. And so as I was walking, I could hear something, and I stopped. There was a little wall and then some trees ahead of me, and there was a chaffinch singing. And so I stopped for a moment and simply enjoyed the pleasure of listening to the chaffinch, watching its throat vibrate and warble as it sung. So there is an absolute abundance of wildlife in and around Somerset. So yes, if you slow down, you will see more. I am also going to invite you to really bring presence to your walk, is to switch your phone onto aeroplane mode or leave it at home. So my preference is to walk phone free. I leave my phone at home to enable me to really get in the moment. And now some people might feel uncomfortable with that and would like to take their phone with them. And so you can always put it on aeroplane mode, and then you can be fully present. And yet if you need it, the phone is still with you, and you still get to check the time whilst it's on aeroplane mode, and also take photographs if you like. So Lucy Betts from the Centre of Sustainable Energy said recently that she heard a cuckoo in Minehead. How awesome, I love that. I am yet to see and hear a cuckoo in Somerset. Somebody has just asked a question, which now I can't find, which said, how do you persuade yourself to go out? Now, this is a wonderful question because, of course, at the moment, a lot of people are staying inside. And so for me, I sometimes get some resistance to going outside. And what I find is that I persuade myself sometimes of rewarding myself with what I'm going to come back to. So maybe that's a cup of tea and a biscuit, or I am a hot chocolate fan, so a nice cup of hot chocolate, particularly on an evening walk. So you can reward yourself. You can also think about what it is you might see, and an opportunity to change the scenery. For a lot of people, staying inside, working from home, living at home, it's the same four walls. A nice blank wall behind me. Outside, in nature, there is so much variety. And also it's an opportunity to interact with others, even from a distance. Those of you like me who walk regularly will know that you will see people. Often they or you are crossing to the other side of the street to ensure that the social distancing is maintained. Yet you can still talk to people and say hello, see a friendly face, a smile from afar. So I'm going to share a couple of other things. So obviously it's a little bit warm at the moment, so a hat is really useful if you are walking when it's sunny, as is a bottle of water. So this one is really good because it keeps the water cold, and so it doesn't get hot on the walk as a normal bottle from off the shelf would. Hazel has said that she saw a woodpecker on a tree in Wellington recently. I am very fortunately saw a woodpecker last week on my walk by the river. And I also have seen 2 kingfishers in lockdown. So I'd love to know what it is that you've seen recently. And my walk yesterday, I chanced upon a fig tree full of figs. So I'm very excited about that. I am going to move on and talk about some of the walks that are available to us in and around the Taunton area. So we have Rivalry Park, a park in the centre of town. There is also Victoria Park, the Toneway, the Grove, which is in Staple Grove, and there's also the Children's Wood, which I imagine is full of plants and flowers that attract lots of different creatures and insects. And Mel says that she saw some beautiful dragonflies. There are some stunning dragonflies, especially those that people that live near the river, like myself. So yes, keep an eye out for those, and I'd love to hear what you've seen and what colour dragonflies. Personally, I saw some really bright blue ones, and have seen lots and lots of different ones. So back to the walks that you can enjoy in and around Taunton. There is the Bridgewater and Taunton Canal, the Parrot Trail, Freeze Orchard, Long Run Meadows, and there is also a lovely link which my colleague has shared of parks in Somerset. So check out that link, and then I'll share a few more shortly. So yeah, I am going to be answering some questions during this live. So if you have got some questions of things that you're struggling with, and if you've got any questions about walking, please do put those into the comments box. Want to make this as interactive as possible. I'm just going to have a little check in the comments. Yeah, so Hazel says that she doesn't plan her walks and she pops on her sunglasses, steps out, looks around, and then back in. So Mel has shared Netherley Community Woodland, which looks absolutely beautiful. There is also Millennium Wood, and there is Ash Common Nature Reserve. And there, of course, are the Blackdown Hills and the Quantocks. So, yes, there is loads of beautiful, beautiful walks. And some of you may have dogs, some of you may live alone with family. So if you've got a favourite walk, share it in the comments. Would love to hear wherever you are in Somerset, because there is some lifting of restrictions and we can move a little bit more freely now and drive a short distance. So yeah, do pop any questions in the comments box, and yeah, I'm going to share with you a little bit more about how you can bring mindfulness to your walk. So a really great thing to do is to, looks like my video has gone.